I walked in grayscale every day. No colors dared to come my way. I played it safe, I played it small, afraid to feel, afraid to fall. But then you spoke in quiet hues, not painted bright, not meant to choose. But somehow when your hand found mine, the world around began to shine. You didn't shout, you didn't pull, you just made everything feel full. After the fall, I saw the light, not all at once, but soft and right. You didn't fix, you didn't press, you just stood still. I felt the rest. You showed me things I'd long ignored, like I was made for something more. You never asked for any part, but touched the corners of my heart, the ones I buried deep in stone and thought were safest left alone. You didn't need to be the flame, you just reminded me my name. And now I see with open eyes, the truth was always in disguise. You weren't the answer I had planned, but somehow now I understand. After the fall, I found my way. Your steady love lit every gray, not loud, not fast, but full and wide, the kind that never needs to hide. You never claimed, you never swore, but I became something more. And love, it wasn't blinding, it was revealing. After the fall, I finally see what love can look like silently. No rescue plot, no shining prize, just you and truth behind your eyes. And in that light, I'm not unsure, I don't just feel, I know I'm more. After the fall, I found me. You didn't knock, you didn't speak, but something shifted in my week. A glance too long, a smile too wide, and I began to feel inside. It wasn't bold, it wasn't loud, it didn't stand out from the crowd, but slowly in the quiet space I memorized your silent face. I never planned, I never tried, but you were there, right by my side. Almost without knowing I fell, not to a blaze but to a spell. You didn't chase, you didn't call, but I kept leaning. After all, and somewhere deep where truth is growing, I loved you almost without knowing. You didn't give me lines to trust, but still I followed out of dust. And when you laughed, I looked away, afraid my heart would give me away. You didn't ask, but still I gave my quiet thoughts, you helped me save. And now I see, without a doubt, you're what my stillness is about. No fireworks, no sudden wind, just something real that pulled me in. Almost without knowing I stayed in words we never even said. You weren't a storm, you weren't a flame, but somehow nothing feels the same. And now that love has started showing, it feels like breath, almost without knowing. It's not always thunder. Sometimes it's just a breath held too long. Almost without knowing, I see that you became a part of me. No rush, no signs, no need to prove. Just one soft step, and then I moved towards something true without it showing. But now I know I love you almost without knowing. But now I do. You could have been, but we weren't then. We met like stories out of place, too much to feel, too little space. You had your path, I had my wounds, and all our stars were out too soon. We didn't fight, we didn't fall, we just grew quiet, that was all. But still, in every almost word I heard, the life we never heard. And if we'd met some years before, would we have dared to ask for more? Late in the blue, we found the I don't regret the time we spent. Your voice still hums where silence went. You taught me more than words could claim, that some good love won't need a name. And though we didn't write the tale, you stayed in me in soft detail. A glance, a pause, a half-shared thought, the things we found but never caught. Not every song becomes a sound. Some only live where hearts are found. Late in the bloom, we felt the weight of something good but not quite fate. You smiled like home, I sighed like rain, and both of us knew why we refrained. No need to cry, no need to gloom. We just were right, late in the bloom. You were wrong. You were just too right at the wrong time. You go, but carry what we'll never know. No photographs, no last embrace, but love that time could not replace. We didn't grow, we didn't do, we just arrived late in the blue. Still I blew somewhere with you. Still we grew like verses in a rhyme, side by side, just lost in time. You laughed at dreams I used to chase, but never once left my space. You saw me break, you held the line. You didn't run, you didn't shine. But every quiet thing you did was louder than the words I hid. And looking back, the signs were clear, but love can hide when it's too near. You were always the song in the room, the echo soft, the gentle tune. I didn't hear but you were there, you always would. And now the noise is finally gone, I know it now. You were always the song. You let me go, you let me try. You never asked me why I'd cry. You stayed a friend, but more than that, you were the place I could come back. We shared no vows, no perfect day, but something held me anyway. And now when silence meets my chest, it's you who makes me feel at rest. No spotlight, no grand refrain, but you were music in the rain. You were always the song in the room, the one I missed but never chosen. You just waited until I was ready to hear. You were always the song I denied, but now I sing you open wide. No perfect rhyme, no magic chord, just steady love I can't ignore. And if it took this long to see, let it be known, you were always the song in me. You were always, you're the song. The song. We still play the same melody. You brew your coffee hours ahead, while I'm just turning in my bed. But somehow through the screen's dull light, I feel your warmth, I feel you right. Your voice breaks through the static lines, like whispered chords between the times. And though I miss your skin, your hair, there's something whole that lingers there. Not every love is side by side, some stretch across where hearts still hide. There are miles between the notes we send, but every message knows where it ends. I hold your voice like it was near, and trace your breath in what I hear. We're not apart, we just convene in sound, in pulse, in between. I see your shadow in my day, little songs that softly play. And when the world feels far too loud, you're like a hush beneath the crowd. No airport gate, no train to chase can take you from your quiet place. Inside the song I hum at night, where love still echoes out of sight. We live in rhythms others miss, a different kind of tenderness. There are miles between the notes we share, but in my soul you're always there. Not just a thought, not just a name, but something steady through the strain. We're tethered close by what's unseen. Our music lives in between. Some say it's not real if it's not touch, but we prove otherwise. There are miles between, and still I feel the love we write in. What is real, you cross to me with every tune, like midnight's whisper to the moon. And when we meet again, it seems we were never far, just in between. dancing in the silence where the city met the sea. Your hand was fire in my fingers, like the world was just for me. Every glance a faded painting, hanging deep inside my mind. Now I walk through every moment, trying to steal back borrowed time. I still hear your laughter in the corners of the night, and though I'm moving forward, you're still glowing in the light. I'm holding on to yesterday, to every word we couldn't say, to the echoes in the hallway, and the dream that slipped away. If love was just a fleeting flame, why does the warmth still stay? Oh, I'm holding on to yesterday. We were stars in slow collision, hearts in rhythm with the tide. You were thunder in the stillness, now I'm lost without a guide. I still wear the song you gave me in the silence of the dawn, and I wonder if you feel it when the wind turns soft and strong. I'm holding on to yesterday, to every word we couldn't say, to the echoes in the hallway, and the dream that slipped away. If love was just a fleeting flame, why does the warmth still stay? Oh, I'm holding on to yesterday. The night still knows your name. Nothing feels the same, even if the world moves on. You're the melody in every song. I'm holding on to yesterday, to every word we couldn't say, to the shadows where you left me in the light of breaking day. If love was just a fleeting flame, why does my soul still pray? Oh, I'm holding on to yesterday, still holding on to yesterday. You're the part I can't betray. Sunlight pours through your window pane. I watch you breathing soft again. Every morning feels like treasure, since your heart became my friend. coffee cups and shared old stories, laugh until we cry like kids. You're the calm inside my chaos, the place where all my edges fit. You don't have to say a word, I hear your soul in every smile. In your arms the world grows quiet, and I could stay a million miles. There's something golden between us, like a melody that never fades. We're dancing in the moment where love begins and always stays. Through every kiss, through every fight, we come back to this shining light. No doubt, no fear, no need to run. We're golden, me and you as one. Evenings spent in fading sunlight, driving nowhere just for fun. Your hand finds mine without a question, like two rivers on the run. Time won't steal what we are building, even storms just make us strong. We're not perfect, but we're honest, and that's what makes us last this long. You don't have to chase perfection, you already shine to me. Every flaw becomes a diamond in the truth we choose to see. There's something golden between us, like a melody that never fades. We're dancing in the moment where love begins and always stays. Through every kiss, through every fight, we come back to this shining light. No doubt, no fear, no need to run. We're golden, me and you as one. You're my favorite song, where my heart belongs. This isn't luck, it's a love that grew from showing up and staying true. There's something golden between us, like a vow we never break. Not a fairy tale, but better. It's the life that we both make. Through every laugh, through every tear, I'm right beside you, always near. No doubt, no fear, no need to run. We're golden, me and you as one. Golden, me and you as one. Golden, always love as one. was nothing in the moment, but somehow I just knew. You smiled and time stopped moving, like the world took one soft breath. I was falling into freedom, where my heart had nothing left. And now the days are full of color, with every word you softly say. You're my home, you're my forever, in a world that fades away. You're my starlight promise, a whisper in the rain, the reason I keep shining when the night begins again. You're the laughter I remember, the truth in every flame. I never knew love could be honest until your heartbeat knew my name. You reach for me with kindness, even when I lose my way. You hold the weight I carry, like the sky that holds the day. No need for grand illusions. We're a fire that gently grows. You're the reason dreams feel safer. You're the love I wanna show. brush your hair behind your ear, and I forget the world again. There's magic in the way you're quiet, like you speak with just your grin. We're not allowed, we're not in stories that the radio would play, but we're deeper than the ocean in the colors we don't say. When your hand finds mine at midnight, while the city sleeps in blue, I don't need a perfect sentence to know I'm safe because of you. There's a language in your heartbeat that my soul began to learn. In the silence, in the stillness, every breath becomes a turn. We're the colors we don't say, in the space between the days, where your eyes write every promise that no distance could erase. In a world that moves too fast, we are steady, built to last. No need for grand displays. We're the colors we don't say. Your morning kiss, your evening whisper, makes the sky feel less alone. Even shadows lose their power when your voice is soft and lone. I could list 1,000 poems, try to hold you with a rhyme, but your presence is the verse that love has written over time. You're the muse I never planned for, but now I never ride alone. You're the stillness in my chaos, the quiet turning into home. We're the colors we don't say, in the space between the days, where your eyes write every promise that no distance could erase. In a world that moves too fast, we're steady, built to last. No need for grand displays. We're the colors we don't say. I see you in the quiet things, like a vow that softly sings. Not every love must shout to stay. Some bloom in hues of silent grace. We're the colors we don't say, like a prayer we always pray, written gently in the rhythm of the way you look my way. We don't chase a perfect light, we just hold each other tight. Even stars could lose their way, but not the colors we don't say. Still the colors we don't say. Paint this love in quiet flame. You walked in like you belonged there, like my soul had saved a seat. And every glance you gave me was a world beneath my feet. We were strangers wrapped in timing, but your smile turned fate around, and the quiet in your laughter was the loudest love I found. You don't need to write me poems, you just breathe, and I believe in the way you hold the moment, like it's something you won't leave. And I've known many evenings, but none quite like this hue, where the sky borrows its color from the way I'm loving you. We're living under borrowed skies, where time forgets to say goodbye. We dance like dawn won't ever come, wrapped in the hush of setting sun. And I don't need tomorrow's plans, I just want your steady hands right now, where our hearts lie. We're home under borrowed sky. There's no need for perfect answers when your gaze already knows. We've built a world in glances and watched it quietly unfold. We're not chasing golden legends, just the honesty we keep. I see forever in your silence, when you hold me in your sleep. All the stars might fade their shimmer, but this love will still be true, because the sky is only brighter when it's borrowing from you. We're living under borrowed skies, where time forgets to say goodbye. We dance like dawn won't ever come, wrapped in the hush of setting sun. And I don't need tomorrow's plans, I just want your steady hands right now, where our hearts lie. We're home under borrowed Let this moment stay. Don't drift away. Even if the stars should fall, you and I will hold it all. We're living under borrowed skies, where forever softly flies. Every breath, every trace, drawn in light across your face. We don't need to say goodbye, this is love we can't deny. Right here where truth defies, we are home under borrowed skies. Still under borrowed skies, still yours, with open I didn't rush into your arms, I lingered at the door, still healing from old echoes that I couldn't trust no more. But you move just like the morning, gentle, patient, without sound. Every look you gave was sunlight, breaking all my shadows down. You never asked for all of me, you just met me where I stood. And slowly, like a turning tide, you showed me love could still be good. Now every fear I once believed is softer in your eyes, like waves that hush the silence in a heart that used to hide. I was slow to fall, but I'm falling now into something deep. I don't know how. You make it safe to give again, like the world begins where we end. No need to fly, no need to run. This kind of love don't chase the sun. It waits, it breathes, it grows somehow. I was slow to fall, but I'm falling now. I never dreamed I'd write your name into pages made of hope, but your voice rewrote the ending of the lines I used to quote. You bring out the quiet in me that still speaks the loudest truth. I don't need to be more perfect to be worthy next to you. And in your arms I found a way to love without regret. Each second feels like choosing, and I've not looked back yet. I was slow to fall, but I'm falling now into something deep. I don't know how. You make it safe to give again, like the world begins where we end. No need to fly, no need to run. This kind of love don't chase the sun. It waits, it breathes, it grows somehow. I was slow to fall, but I'm falling now. You're not a flash of lightning. Oh, you're the cup that holds the flame. I didn't know I needed a love that speaks my name. I was slow to fall, but I'm falling now into something deep. I don't know how. You make it feel like coming home, even when I stand alone. You're the truth that calms the doubt. I was slow to fall, but I'm falling now. I'm falling now. I'm falling now. We don't need the world to know us. We've built heaven in this room, with the way your eyes find morning, even in the deepest gloom. Every kiss a quiet anchor, every laugh a steady flame. You turn years into a moment that I'll never need to name. There's no rush to say forever when it's written in our You don't promise me the skyline, but you give me twice as much. We don't shout across the silence, we just hold it till it sings. And your heart inside my heartbeat feels like golden simple things. If all we had was only this bed of stars, this breath, this kiss, no wedding bells, no stage to climb, just waking up with your hand in mine. If all we had was less than grand, still I would ask to make this stand. Not needing more, not chasing never, just only this forever. You don't ask for me to sparkle, just to show up when it's real. And you hold my every shadow like a promise you can feel. We've seen quiet love get brighter than the loudest kind of high. And we've learned the way to whisper when the world just wants to cry. You and I don't need an anthem to believe in what we are, 'cause you've made my every moment shine like night around a star. If all we had was only this bed of stars, this breath, this kiss, no wedding bells, no stage to climb, just waking up with your hand in mine. If all we had was less than grand, still I would ask to make this stand. Not needing more, not chasing never, just only this forever. Time stands still, let this remain, even without a name. I'd hold you close in every season. You're my answer, you're my reason. If all we had was only this, just the light within your kiss. No crowds, no crowns, no written script, just the warmth of love well lived. If the story fades away, let me choose you every day. Not needing always and never ever, just only this forever. Only this forever. We didn't need the perfect moment, we just needed time to slow. You looked at me like forever in a world that doesn't know. There's a stillness when you touch me, like the ocean finding shore. You say little, but I hear you in the silence I adore. You don't chase the stars for answers, you just hold my hand instead. And in that simple gesture, you've said more than words have said. No fireworks, no rushing time, just your breath and mine align. If love is calm, then let it bloom here with you. Beneath the quiet moon, we shine without a map, without a sign. No need for grand or distant skies when I can see the world in your eyes. We're not a story full of sound, we're roots that grew from solid ground. No promises we must resume, just forever beneath the quiet moon. Some hearts burn like a wildfire, but ours it holds a steady glow. No drama, just devotion in a rhythm soft and slow. You breathe and I feel lighter. You smile and time stands still. We've built a life in glances, and I hope we always will. No music loud, no golden light, just this perfect quiet night. And the warmth I feel in you as we sit beneath the quiet moon. Beneath the quiet moon, we shine without a map, without a sign. No need for grand or distant skies when I can see the world in your eyes. We're not a story full of sound, we're roots that grew from solid ground. No promises we must resume, just forever beneath the quiet moon. Beneath the quiet moon, we shine. No need to chase what's not divine. We're more than perfect, more than soon. We're always here beneath the quiet moon. Always here beneath the quiet moon. You don't always see your beauty when the mirror tells you lies, but I've watched the stars go silent every time I see your eyes. You speak like rain on windows, soft but breaking through the noise. And in the quiet of your presence, I find my truest voice. You move without pretending, you shine without a plan, and loving you feels endless the thunder. You're the breath I didn't think. If I could build a future, it would look like what we make. Even when your colors falter, you're still painted in my skies. And the world may not yet see it, but I've seen you with my eyes. When the light finds you, I'll be right there too. In the cracks where doubt slips in, I'll remind you love is true. You don't have to fly alone. You're the place I've always known. I will see the best in you, even when the light finds you. I'll stay when shadows bend. I'm more than just a friend. Through the dust, through all we've been, I'll love you through, from start to end. When the light finds you and your world feels new, I won't let go. I'll stay inside every bright and every blue. You're the song I've always known. You're the love that feels like home. I will always choose the view where the light finds you. When the light finds you, no, I always knew. We had dreams in denim jackets, notes in lockers, names in ink, past each other folded papers before we learned to stop and think. You would spin me in the driveway to a mixtape made of stars. Every beat was like a promise that the world could still be ours. Now we're older, but I'm smiling at the way you still hold doors. Love has grown into a rhythm, but I still dance across your floors. It's not flashy, but it's golden. Not a movie, but it's right. We don't need a perfect moment to still fall in love each night. We're made of paper hearts and Polaroids, of awkward laughs and quiet noise, of cheap cassette tapes, summer light, of promises that made it right. Through every fight we never tore, we only found a little more. In this scrapbook love time employs, we're still made of paper hearts and Polaroids. We didn't chase a fairy tale, we just made it day by day. You still know the way to calm me with the simplest words you say. You still leave those little post-its next to coffee just because. It's the little things repeated that remind me what love does. Every wrinkle, every scar, tells a tale of who we are. Not the flash, but the flame. We're still burning just the same. We're made of paper hearts and Polaroids, of awkward laughs and quiet noise, of cheap cassette tapes, summer light, of promises that made it right. Through every fight we never tore, we only found a little more. In this scrapbook love time employs, we're still made of paper hearts and even if the pages fade, you and I are never played. We're made of paper hearts and Polaroids, of tears that turned to louder joys, of mornings warm and midnight rain, of driving fast in lovers' lanes. If we could freeze a single frame, it'd be us, still just the same. Not perfect, but what time enjoys. Our stories made of paper hearts and Polaroids. Still made of paper hearts and Polaroids.